What's up? It's been a minute. But if anything was going to bring me back, I was going to be talking about this. This right here. If you're not into comic books, you're not pretty much going to understand what I'm talking about or what the big deal is, but man, I don't know what Marvel was thinking. I don't know what they were thinking about it. But this is not what this video is about. I'm a true believer of treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't have nothing nice to say, just keep it to yourself type of deal. And I guess don't critique nothing in a negative light like that unless you feel like you can do it better yourself. I just made that one up, but hey. But in all honesty, I look at these character designs and I'm just shaking my head. Now, there's plenty of videos online that you can see where people are just dragging this through the mud. I honestly don't want to be another one of those people. It's enough. They pretty much said everything that I could possibly say about it. So, I felt like, based off the trailer what this guy gave, I would take the scraps, take the good pieces of what I saw, and redo them. So, let me know if you like what I done. Let me know if you think it's better or worse, or down for critique. This is me trying my hand. I feel like I'm pretty good at this, so let's start. Let's go right down the line. First, starting with this guy here. They said his name is Screen Time. Okay. The name alone. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Anyway, the name alone is ridiculous. But I made it to myself that when I did these redesigns, I was gonna keep most intact in what they already made. So I felt like I'll keep most intact. I keep the name intact too. So keeping his name is Screen Time. But I'm changing this origin story and his powers and his setup and all that. That is ridiculous. Internet gas. Internet gas. You couldn't come up with nothing better. Y'all couldn't focus group nothing better. That's all you can come up with was internet gas. Oh, okay. So, first and foremost, the redesign is right here. Put two and two together. See, let me know which one you like. This old one, this is the new one. Needless to say, what I've changed on him is pretty much his wardrobe. It's pretty much still the same. I just made it a little bit more fluid, more comfortable, more tracksuit, if you could, versus winter clothing or a snowsuit. His powers. Instead of using internet gas, let's say his grandpa was using or came up with these nanobots that would fuse to one's cellular or molecular structure, and he got exposed to it, thus manipulating his optical lenses and his neurons to his brain to be connected to the internet, making his brain basically like a supercomputer of sorts. I mean, all of our brains pretty much are anyway, but some of us. But making his brain like a supercomputer. So basically my inspiration to change his traits and attributes I pulled from this movie. So being that he's always connected to the internet, which would give him ample heightened senses, intellect, and knowledge beyond par with anybody around. And make it like a learning journey for him, like he has to get his body caught up to what he can actually do. And that's where this movie came into mind. I was like, this movie just came perfectly into mind. Like, when the chip was embedded in the back of his neck, he wasn't really controlling himself. It was the robot controlling himself. And then pretty much the same thing with him. It's like, even though in this stage he's controlling it, but he's going to have robotic movement because he's pretty much just mimicking what he's seeing on the internet, be able to react in real time. So, which will make him a formidable hand-to-hand combatant for anybody. Because any martial art that's out there and documented online, he has full access to in his head. And as far as like trajectory, material, pounds pressure, he can see all that within his lenses. So the dude's gonna be a hand-to-hand beast. to say the least. So he would be on par with like a Captain America and stuff like that in my book. So this is just me just tweaking his backstory somewhat. Now, as far as them being teenagers, I aged them up a couple years. So instead of making him like 13, 14, I made him look like he was like 17, 16, 17 at the least. Yeah, because I don't know, just the way I draw, I guess. So yeah, that's screen time. So keeping his origin story somewhat the same, but just tweaking everything. But and that's gonna be the theme of all this. This is me just tweaking what I had to work with from the beginning. And moving on, the next one, this guy. The knockoff Michael Morbius, I guess. I don't know what they was doing. I was like, I feel like by the time they got to him, they were running out of ideas. So, keeping the premise the same, that when he was a child, he had a special blood transfusion in order to save his life. They didn't know it was Michael Morbius' blood, and transformed into some kind of living vampire like Michael Morbius. So let's give him a little tweak. His has a more volatile mutation with his molecular setup, so it makes him more bloodthirsty at times. Makes him more angry, more angsty, on top of him being a teen, which give him the whole goth edgelord look. When I did my redesign, I pretty much just thought of all that, like what would he actually look like? Would he be running around here with flappy wing things on his jacket? I don't believe so. I feel like there's somebody being a tryhard. I think he'd be more casual punker, if that's a term. Let me know. I feel like he'd definitely be more on a dangerous side. Like you would look at him and be like, yeah, I don't want to mess with him. And I think that's what I was going for. Give him more calm down look and make his nails like look like he crawled out of a crypt or something. You know what I mean? Make him real pale, but at the same time, keep the essence of the Michael Morbius in there. So if you were looking for a younger Michael Morbius with a slightly different angle or twist to him, I mean, yeah. Also I would change as well. I didn't get around to adding it on there, but I was going to add wings because let's say his blood interacting with Michael Morbius' blood would make him slowly mutate and more look like a bat than a man bat, if anybody. Or I was thinking more on gargoyle terms, like he would look more like a gargoyle vampire, if that makes any sense. The way he would rest his wings around the neck like they do in gargoyles, I thought that was dope. I just didn't draw it, just throwing it out there though. So that's my take on B negative, which is also, all these names are dumb. All these names are dumb. They are. There's no getting around it. I just kept the names just cause. Moving on. Next person. This one. From when I was reading online, people are basically gonna hurt and knock off Dora the Explorer. A magic backpack. That's it. That's all they got. That's all they got. A magic backpack. I didn't know what I wanted to do with that. I didn't know if I wanted to make the backpack sentient or something of the sort, so I kind of just rolled with it. Instead of the magic backpack and making her pull out anything that she wants, let's make it form around her, make it manifest to anything that she can imagine as long as she's wearing it. And instead of it being a full backpack, it's like the little strap vest that she has on. It kind of looks like one of those slim backpacks that some of the military guys have or something like that on the back. But she can form it to fit all the way around her, so she can make like a full mech suit to look like an Iron Man or something of the sort, or whatever it may be, or form a giant gun or tentacles like Dr. Octopus, whatever, or all of the above at the same time. Pretty much her limit is her imagination. So I pretty much just ran with that. I felt like that's a better array of powers, except for a regular human who technically doesn't have any powers. I feel like that would be overall a really good story for her to have to learn with it. Like, let's say it has like some kind of weird enchanted stuff to it as well, because being magical and all that stuff. But I feel like yeah, I feel like that was a good way to go about it. Might I add, I'm really trying to keep hard to what they already made for these characters, just tweaking it a little bit to make more sense or to be more intriguing, in my opinion. Because a Latino girl with a magic backpack is Dora the Explorer. It is. I would have died laughing if I found out she had a map too. Anyway, moving on. The last two, which initially thought made me think that this was all a big joke, was the twins, Snowflake and Safe Space. There's plenty of videos talking about these people's names and how unironic this is. Moving on. I feel like if these are supposed to be twins of today, and especially with Snowflake being non-binary, disclaimer, not only am I not part of any of the alphabet crew or non-binary, I do not pretend to know their plight by any means necessary. I can only assume, based off my plights as a man in America. So I figure if they're non-binary, they don't give a damn about what clothes they're wearing because they go by they, them, so they will wear whatever they felt like and wouldn't care about what people thought. So with Snowflake, I just went with some basic attire. I made them match, twins. Wonder Twin powers activate type still. But I just gave her like more casual clothes that she will be able to, or they would be able to maneuver in if they were in a firefight or a battle of anything. So I gave them just regular, what are they? Workout pants, yoga pants, slack? I don't know what to call them. You guys tell me. Some mid-high boots that act like, for when they could throw the ice down and stuff like that. It's like a necromance and stuff like that, and be able to slide around easier and not limit the powers to just making ice shurikens. Oh my, that was. I mean, come on, they're a necromancer. Just make them like Sub-Zero, if anything. Like, just let them be creative. Like, why just stop at shurikens, swords, axes, all types of anything that's sharp and pokey. I said that. So yeah, and also being able to like manipulate the area around them as well, like the density of the air, being able to, turn somebody's spit into a weapon or something like that, or a sword, or be able to freeze somebody, make them more deadly. Is where I was going. If you can necromance, you are a deadly character. Simple as that. So moving on to their brother, who's supposed to be a stereotypical jock. All right. Look. There are a lot of men out there who do not skip leg day. They're very proud of their legs. That will proactively wear booty shorts, high shorts, short shorts, for everybody to see their gains. I commend those fellows, but you guys are rare. Most jocks aren't running around with bright pink, hot pink booty shorts on, or a leotard if that, unless that's the sport color or the team that they're repping for the sport that they're playing. Anyway, yeah, I didn't see it happening. So what I do see nowadays, though, are the thermal shorts that people wear underneath their regular shorts when they're playing basketball or anything, you're doing any kind of regular activity. So I figure I just put them in that and keep the theme of the hot pink because whatever, it's the color, it looks cool. I was fine with it. But I did change their hair though. I don't know who these people are, but I don't know if they know too many black people or whatever, or what type. I don't know. I don't know if they're supposed to be technically black people, but they are definitely minorities. And not every minority has the same type of hair. I agree. But I guess I felt like in order to bring it home more as they're minorities, I would widen their nose and kink up their head just a little bit. So I gave them dreads. Or gave them locks, excuse me. I gave them locks. Short locks. And called it good. And then as far as his power goes, wow. That was a hell of a limitation. If he's a regular fucking person and I have any kind of extended abilities or something like that, all I gotta do is catch him slipping on his own and he was dead in the water. First and foremost, okay, he can put his force field around other people, but he can also put it around himself. Make it that simple. Also make his force field more or less of a defensive option. It's not just he can use it. He can use it in certain different ways. He can pulsate it in order to push people away. He can make it cylinder-like, so he can form it around him, so he can fall from high heights without being hurt. He can isolate things. He can something's about to blow up. He could put the force field around in order to contain the explosion, not just around other people. I mean, you can be. I mean, I don't see how they just didn't have another nerd or somebody who plays video games, somebody who plays fighting games, in the room with them or something like that to just come up with something other than he can only put force field around other people. Also, people calling him a knockoff Steven Universe, which I agree. But everything's knockoff nowadays, right? Everything's copied of something else. Nothing's original. But yeah, these are my redesigns. This is what I do, by the way. I do these videos just cause I want to. And I'm an artist first. So let me know if I'm on point or if I'm missing the ball here. I appreciate the feedback. I really do. Till the next video. See y'all later. By the way, if you can, shoot this to Marvel. I'm going to. Maybe I might get my foot in the door. Alright. Sticks up, thumbs down.